Happy New Year, Scorpio. Finally, we're here, 2018, and I wish all of you a good year, full of good tidings, blessings, lots of good things, success, prosperity. So, shuffling the cards right now, what are the messages for Scorpio? January. Scorpio, January 2018, Scorpio. What are the messages? Okay. So I feel like for some of you, there may have been sudden changes regarding finances. I'm just going to go ahead and lay out the cards. But that's one of the messages I'm getting here. Also, too, I get a message that you have to watch your finances in January. Okay, there might be some sudden changes that you've made. Maybe there have been some cutbacks. Hold on one second. So sorry. I know when Spirit throws these cards out, they go flipping everywhere. Yeah, I just feel like you have to watch your money. So maybe what happened is there's been a sudden change in finances, such as maybe you decided to cut back. Maybe there was a sudden emergency or something unexpected happened. Could have happened in December, or it's going to happen in January. But either way, I do feel like things do get better. But I also feel like you need to watch your money because some of you are still soul searching. I feel like you do know what you want. You've got a number 3 here, which is a very creative number. But I just feel like you need to free yourself from what's restricting you in January. I feel like this is where you need to make a decision. Now, some of you are actually getting together with an Aquarius. I feel like an Aquarius has something to do with your life, and I feel like there's a change here too. Now, maybe you've been dating an Aquarius. Some of you have been dating Aquarians, and you weren't sure how that relationship was going to go. But I feel like you're going to get closer to this Aquarian. Now, so maybe some of you have a relative who's an Aquarian, and maybe you're going to spend some more time with them in January, or even just a friend. But I do feel like there is, I feel like things are going to get better between you and the Aquarius. I also feel like that when I look at this here, I see money coming in, Scorpio. So, I don't know if this is like a new job, a new business, or things start to pick up in what you're doing. But I do feel like that there's money coming in eventually in January. Now, Spirit is talking. I'm hearing something about some of you might actually be planning a wedding, and then you're not sure where that money's going to come from. It could even be some issues going on with, both sides of the family. Maybe supporting this marriage, maybe not supporting this marriage, but either way it goes, I feel like there's worry about money. But what I'm seeing here is money is coming in. And there are also ways that you can raise money too for your wedding, because I feel like one of you really wants to have this wedding. You don't want to just go to City Hall or to the courts and get married. You really actually want this wedding. Now, okay, I feel like somebody that you have been fighting with or has been at a distance. I'm picking up an air sign here. I do feel like there is a new beginning. Again, I'm picking up that air, just like Aquarius, but it could be also Gemini, Libra, that I'm picking up here in regards to just looking at it, how it's laid here. But, you know, I feel like you were at a standstill with something. I feel like there were a group of people involved here, like could have been family members or friends involved, or one of you got your friends involved, or whatever it is in this dispute. All right. I feel like some of you may have just walked away and are willing to just go ahead and, you know, begin again, start fresh, you know, something new. Now, I feel like there is a relationship here that involves an air sign and also a Leo. And I was told just to put that card there. This has something to do with 3 people. So what I'm getting is an air. I'm getting a fire sign. Also, your water. So there's 3 people involved there. I do feel like, I don't know if it's the air sign or the fire sign that has really been heartbreaking. Okay. And I feel like you need to make some decisions on what you're going to do with that little threesome here. I do have, you know, you got great cards, though. Really have good cards for new love, for growing existing love, you know, taking it a step further than where it's at now, like perhaps into a commitment or even a proposal. All right, let's look what we have here. I just feel that, you know, somebody's got a problem here with work. And they're hoping that things are going to work out. And, you know, I still feel like it is going to work out, but it's going to feel like you lost in the beginning. But actually, you will come out the winner on this. I just feel like there's a lot of just a lot of commotion going on. Maybe this is at work, or maybe this is just in your love life, and maybe it's hard to either break away from that relationship because of financial reasons, or maybe you've gone through a divorce or a separation, and money's being given out more than probably what you expected to happen. But let me just kind of look at the cards here. So I feel like there's a beautiful reunion. That's what's standing out with an Aquarius. I feel like money comes in, but I don't feel like it comes in till close to the super eclipse moon, which is towards the end of January. You know, maybe you'll get fortunate and you'll win something. I do feel like you're soul searching. I do feel like you need to watch your monies from the beginning of January all the way through to the 3rd week of January, and then something gives, and money comes in. I do feel like some of you have decided to walk away from something that you loved. There just was too much friction going on, and you're taking a new journey. Some of you are actually meeting Leos or air sign, fire sign or air sign, but Leo is standing out here. I'm also feeling, again, I'm repeating myself, just so we're clear, there is a threesome going on. I feel like it has something to do with the fire and air sign. Okay, this has been really difficult on you, so please rethink whether you wish to continue this threesome. Okay, it's possible, Scorpio, that this may also have something to do with an earth sign. So it even could be an earth and maybe a fire, air is their rising or moon. But either way, I feel like you really need to rethink that relationship. You know, where's it going? Is it going to blossom any further than where it's at now? Seriously. Okay, let me look at some love cards. What are the messages for Scorpio, January? Well, I feel like there's something different coming in here, like something that, you know, I got a message that somebody from the past, I feel like there's somebody you may know from the past, but you never really got anything going with them. because you weren't really attracted to them because they're different. They were just different. You didn't know if this would ever really be of anything. And I feel like they're returning. Okay, if that resonates with anybody here, that was one of the messages I got. And of course, it's confirming that it is somebody from the past. Now, I feel like there's some things that you need to watch in regards to love in January. Perhaps I feel like that maybe the communication isn't very clear, and so to avoid any arguments, I would definitely try to talk your way, like have a conversation about what's bothering you instead of assuming what is going to be for the month of January in regards to love. Just don't get trapped in assumptions. All right, because that will just that'll actually be difficult. Make the relationship difficult by assuming. I feel like you just need to be really clear about what it is that you want. I'm also feeling too that there's somebody from the past who you had maybe dated and also wound up with someone else. So you're wondering if that's going to turn out to be anything. I feel like that person is showing back up in your life. But what I'm concerned about is I'm not getting that hitch. In other words, I'm not getting where they're ready to commit to you yet. Okay? And some of you need to just let go of the trust issues. January is a month of letting go of the trust issues. And there's some of you have been hanging on to the same person for quite some time, hoping that they're going to come back. Now, hoping they're going to come back, you've got to really kind of look at why you left or why did they leave you in the first place. Why you left or they left you, either or. Okay, because, just because they've been gone for some time doesn't mean that they changed. And I think one of the messages here too, for you, Scorpio, is have you changed? One more card. I feel like there needs to be some changes too on either patterns in choosing the same type of relationships that keep hurting you. Okay, because I'm getting a couple disconnection cards too, where you need to release somebody from the past or release somebody who's in your life right now that is actually toxic. All right, one more. Well, things are going to change very soon. But see, what I'm still looking at here is I'm looking at still control issues and deception. So I do feel for some of you, even though you may have some trust issues, there's somebody that's been in your life. I feel like maybe they're in and out or they're still in your life. Either way it goes, you have a reason not to trust them. And I do feel like you're trying maybe to control this relationship or friendship a little bit too much, hoping for a good outcome. But I feel like there's going to be some truth that comes out in January about this person in your life, or keeps coming back, in your life. I feel like there's going to be something you find out in January about this person. I don't feel like you're going to be too happy about it though. Okay, because there seems to be some lies. Now, maybe the person's married, and maybe they told you they just have this horrible, relationship with their spouse, and actually they're not telling the complete truth about it. Or maybe they're telling you they've gone here, they've gone there, that's why they kind of disappeared, but they're not really telling you the truth of why they disappeared, that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards here from Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Let's get that in there. I'm going to just let Spirit pick the 1, 2, whatever cards need to come out. What's the message for Scorpio? Blossoming abundance. Oh, do we ever need that? There's the 3 again. So the number for definitely what I feel one of the numbers that you should be working with in January is the number 3. You might want to look it up on numerology. It might tell you to be using more of your creative energy. Maybe it's time to let go of something that you've spent years doing, or reorganize something in business, or look for a new job. Start a new career. And I've got the garden and the gate. The garden and gate, I just asked for one other card. Okay, the garden of the gate, there is another 3. 30 equals 3, okay? So 3s are also angelic. It's a very beautiful angelic number, but it's, I feel like the garden and the gate is you're just kind of here, right there in the middle, trying to decide, do you want to walk through the garden or do you want to walk through the gate? And the gate, it looks all beautiful, but it doesn't hold as much flower or abundance as the garden does. Okay, so there's a choice. There's a choice that you will have to come to in January. A decision I feel like you'll have to make in business, a decision you'll have to make in love. And then we have the goddess of the moon. And I really feel like the universe, which is 52 is a 7, which is a very divine number. I really feel like the universe is trying to give you messages on the direction the universe feels would work for you. It's about listening, being intuitive and really listening the direction you are to walk. All right. Okay, if you like a personal reading, www.transformationandempowerment.com. Please remember to check your moon and rising. As this reading will not resonate with all of you. I do want to say that I'm also on Instant Go, and I've been doing a lot of readings there too, besides off my website. So it really depends on what you want. I do answer questions, both questions and chat the same day. Just be patient with me. It's $5 a question, up to 160 characters. Also, it is $5 for chat, up to 160 characters. So you can chat with me. I really do give some good information on Instant Go, when you have a reading with me. My phone, $2 a minute if you want to call me on Instant Go. I do have my schedule up for January on my website. Okay, so I wish all of you again a happy new year and much love and blessings.